Hey everybody, what is going on? It is Dunbar Snackbar here with MLB 12, the show, and we have got 30 wins with 30 teams with the Miami Marlins. Now, this was actually going to be the game that I did from the live stream where I played the Houston Astros, and it was awesome. 2 outs, bottom of the ninth, and I hit a home run to go ahead and give myself the win. So not often that I get a walk-off home run, but I was really frustrated because it didn't end up saving that particular recording, so I can't edit it down and show it to you. So I had to go ahead and play a new game against the Phillies. I actually wanted to keep it in the division, so 2 teams out of the NL East. Now here's Jose Reyes getting the first hit of the game for me. It's kind of nice that on the opening pitch, I go ahead and I get a hit. So it is going to be a single, but the thing is with the show, I have a lot of advantages that I had with MLB 2K, and that is the ability to do aggressive base running. It is very different. You have to be cautious because I can't go ahead and take 4 steps away from the base. I can only take 1. But with that speed, I'm going to go ahead, just head over to second. I go ahead and I take the strike, but I get in there and I am safe. So this is the equivalent of a double right now here. I guess you go ahead and add a strike. By the way, Blanton is going to be on the mound for the Phillies. I forgot to mention that one. It's one of those things that when I take a look at the Phillies and I know they have a tremendous starting rotation, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to give myself the advantage a little bit. So I did pick the number 5 pitcher in their starting rotation, which is Blanton. All right, but here we go. Hanley Ramirez going to go ahead and hit this one up the middle. That is going to go ahead and advance Reyes, and that is going to be a bad throw. Goes into the dugout, so I'm going to go ahead and be able to come home anyway with Reyes. So getting things started off here on the right foot. Now, granted, I know I can't really influence an error that much, but I am able to go ahead and get the run, and I've got the potential to go ahead and steal third right here as well. Hanley Ramirez heading over for third. Still aggressive base running is doing me a lot of good here in this game. So it's kind of nice to see that. It's something I'm going to carry on, of course, in MLB 13, the show, when I go ahead and do the franchise, which I have gone ahead and decided what team that I'm going to be. So be on the lookout here because I'll do a video about this one. But Giancarlo Stanton, or Mike Stanton, whatever you want to go ahead and call him, because in the game they call him Mike Stanton. Goes ahead and gets the ground ball over to first, but that is going to go ahead and allow Hanley Ramirez to come home. So that is going to be a 2-0 lead for us here in the first inning. If we keep going like this, I feel pretty confident about how this game is going to end up. All right, so you can see Josh Johnson pitching for the Marlins right here. On top of the second, I am going to go ahead and walk the hitter, which is not the best thing for me to do. It's not something that I did that often in MLB 2K, so this is something that is kind of cool for me to be able to go ahead and do. I mean, not cool that I'm walking somebody, but cool that I'm going to have to worry about that, actually. But a good hit. This is going to be the first hit for the Phillies. It's going to go into left field, and I'm just going to go ahead and throw it over to third just to make sure nobody tries to go ahead and advance, but we're in pretty good shape. Still 2-0 here in the top of the third. Laying down a bunt, thinking you can catch me off guard, but you did, actually. So Johnson's throw over to first is not going to be in time. So, gosh, a pretty lame way to go ahead and allow a hit. I'm kind of wondering if I had gone ahead and let Hanley Ramirez just go ahead and take that one instead of Johnson running up to get it, if we would have been in pretty good shape. All right, so we've kind of reached the point here where we get to talk about the history of the Marlins a little bit. Something I like to do, of course, in 30 Wins with 30 Teams is get a chance to go ahead and talk about the team's history. Now, I don't know what it's been because for the last few 30 Wins with 30 Teams that I've done, a lot of the teams have been relatively new, and it kind of holds true right now with the Marlins here because they initially debuted in Major League Baseball in 1993. So that was another time where I went ahead, and I remember when the Marlins just started out. I guess it kind of lets you know how old I am. I know some of you guys are probably actually born after 1993. But the thing is in that short amount of time, they've been able to do a lot of tremendous things. They've got 2 World Series victories in 1997 and 2003. Also, in both of those instances, I think it's actually really cool to point out that they ended up getting the wild card berth, and they won the National League championship as well. So if they go ahead and they get into the postseason at all, they're able to go ahead and win a World Series, which is awesome. But there's going to be a strikeout for Howard. But Johnson, of course, the one pitching that one. This is going to go off Johnson. Reyes is going to be Hanley Ramirez, is going to go ahead and make the throw over to first, so we're still able to get the out. I'm surprised that we're not seeing Johnson injured or anything like that, since that happens in this game. Pitchers will actually get injured quite frequently. But a big hit. This one is going to go over the wall in the left field. Unfortunately, we don't get to see the awesome fountain or anything like that here at the stadium, but really getting things going. So I had some good contact hitting at the beginning of the game. Now that we're at the middle point of it, getting a big hit right here is nice for me to be able to see. A lot of potential, of course, in the Marlins from the 2012 season that really didn't come to fruition, for a lot of reasons. So as I'm playing this game and I don't have any of the concerns or any of the problems that the Marlins had in 2012, I know I can really go ahead and win this by a lot. 413 feet. Gosh, crush that one. So that's, of course, going to expand the lead here to make it 3-0 Marlins over the Phillies. 0-2 count right here. This is going to be a nice hit that goes into right field. So just a little chip shot. So that's going to get me another single. Offensively, we are doing all right. Of course, not at the same level of MLB 2K. Trust me, you guys, I'm going to stop comparing them at one point. But usually right now I'd have like a ton of hits. Not that many for me, but I'm able to go ahead and put together 3 runs. This one is going to be a double play. So I probably should have waited on that pitch a little bit. I know I'm a lot more aggressive with hitting than I usually am, since I've gone ahead and made the switch back over to the show. But don't worry, you guys. I've still got one more Timmy, Timmons, and Chris Rose. So I guess I shouldn't say I've totally made the conversion. But I'm kind of interested to see how MLB 13 the show is going to be, because I know they've made a lot of changes to some things. But anyway, top of the 6th, 1-2 count. Johnson with the delivery, and this one, oh my gosh, gonna make it right there because I can't go ahead and scoop the ball into the glove, make the throw over to first. Infante. Usually don't see that too often, and kind of careless whenever you do see a second baseman just not able to pick up that roller over to him, and he really didn't have to move that much at all. Like, if he had gone ahead and tried to, scramble over to the ball and then not able to pick it up, I might be a little bit more forgiving of this one. Phillies, though, hitting into a double play of their own, so I guess really no harm done at that point. Both runners, of course, are going to have to go to the dugout, and we've got 2 outs. So could have been a lot worse, I guess, in that instance. If we would have seen a home run or something like that, I think I would have been really frustrated. I might have even sworn in the room here. Of course, I'm not going to swear on the channel or anything, but still, I wouldn't have been happy. All right, 2 outs right here. This one is going to be a high fly ball into left field. Come on! Utley with the home run right there, just kind of answering back and getting the Phillies on the board with their first run of the game. It was one of those pitches where when I threw it, I'm like, I probably shouldn't have done this. And then I figure out why I felt that way. Just getting that hit. Hopefully this is not a sign of things to come. I don't want the Phillies to go ahead and come back. But I think I'm going to be all right here, because I'm going to go ahead and, of course, I'm going to be looking at bringing in some other pitchers here in just a little bit. I mean, Johnson is a little bit tired. I've been throwing a few more balls than I would, care to have thrown at this point. But here's Reyes hitting this one down the line in left field. That's going to go ahead and get him on first, and I'm going to go ahead and try one more time to see if I can do some aggressive base running with these guys. I mean, if I have the speed on the Marlins, which I do, of course I'm going to go ahead and utilize that. Just taking one step, get a great jump on that one. It's going to be another strike, but I'm going to go ahead and I will definitely trade a strike for a stolen base. So now that I've got him in scoring position, if I'm pretty good about things, maybe I can go ahead, get a pretty decent hit, and bring him home. There you can, of course, see the tremendous jump there on Blanton. And in there, no problem. All right, so can't really go over to third right now here, because with Bonifacio and him being a righty, not going to be able to make that. I'm able to advance over to third, though, with that one. Blanton really coming forward to make a good throw over to first, and a great defensive stop there as well. Usually don't see that kind of hustle out of Blanton. Well, I'm just kidding. Yeah, you do. But a great throw by him. Off balance. All right. So now we've got him over at third. All right. Hanley Ramirez, though, might be able to bring him home right here. That one is going to go in between the third baseman and shortstop, and that is going to bring him home. So it is 4-1 at this point. Marlins just really getting things going here late in the game. I guess you can call the sixth inning a little bit in the middle. But Stanton watching that one here. I'm still going to be stealing bases. I got to admit, Blanton really has tried to pick me off a number of times, especially in the first inning. It's like the computer knew that I was going to be trying to steal. But there I go, heading over for third. Swing and miss, and I am called out. So Hanley Ramirez not able to get there, and that's kind of a little bit of a wake-up call for me. But here we are in the eighth inning. Excuse me. I'm going to go ahead and bring in Heath Bell at this point. With Heath Bell, I was actually going to go ahead and save him for the ninth inning, but wasn't able, of course, to do that because I made the mistake of accidentally bringing him in. I thought I hit cancel, but apparently I hit bring into game. But this is going to be a hit for the Phillies, getting a runner on first. Not liking that. I just go ahead and bring in Heath Bell, and we're already seeing a hit for the Phillies. You expect a lot out of Heath Bell. I mean, he is a tremendous closer. Did have some struggles during the 2012 season, but he's still somebody that, in a virtual sense, I'm definitely going to go ahead and rely on him to get things done. Rollins coming up next. All right, so kind of going back to the Marlins history, really the 2012 season, I think, is one of the biggest seasons in Marlins history just because a lot of things changed from the Marlins that we had known before. Now they're the Miami Marlins. Previously, they were the Florida Marlins. Getting a new stadium, a new look, new jerseys, just a whole bunch of things have really changed for the Marlins. And it's kind of, or I guess we have to sit back and wait to see if this is going to be a good improvement for the Marlins or if it's not going to be so good. I don't think we can go necessarily off of one season, but I don't know. Big changes for him last season, and I think, of course, more to come. But gosh, tremendous off-balance throw right there to get me out at first. It's one of those throws that I just can't, be mad at getting out at. It was just ridiculously cool. Look at that. I can't wait till I get to show off me making a throw like that. That'd be really sweet. All right, top of the ninth here. 3 balls, 1 strike. Oh, my gosh. I would call that one a strike. So another walk for me here. Heath Bell just not able to get those ones on target. Hunter Pence, though, going to be up here in the 9th inning. Still 1 out. Hopefully I can go ahead and just throw the ball a little bit low, force a ground ball like this. Heath Bell over to second and then to first. So that is going to go ahead and end the game for us. So I guess if I'm going to be ending a game here with a good defensive play, I'm going to go ahead and accept a double play. That was pretty sweet. So I appreciate you guys watching this 30 wins with 30 teams with the Miami Marlins. More, of course, of this to come here pretty soon. I think for the next team, I'm going to go ahead and, I'm going to be the Reds next. All right, so I got to do another National League team actually to keep on track. So Cincinnati Reds coming up next. I appreciate you guys watching this. Please subscribe if you haven't already. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, all that great jazz. Just check the description below. But you are phenomenal people. Do not ever forget that. And as always, you guys, I hope you have a good one.